Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I can't believe I'm saying this again. Last October, we took a little bit of a break from the series after doing like 80-something parts of this, and now we're back again to do another route, and I know the exact route that I want to try here. It's going to be really weird to like come back into this, but I am excited to see what we get up to. I press continue. That's how you get to the timeline, right? Maybe not? It is. Okay, perfect. So the last thing we did was the Retsnam route, which, oh my god, even looking at it. Oh, look at all the characters. I love seeing them again, man. What a great cast. Just absolutely amazing. We're going to day 57. Even even the UI is making me freaking nostalgic as heck. We're going to day 57, I believe. And I believe there will be a choice somewhere. This is the choice you have to make. So in this route, we will actually have no... some characters are gone, basically. But there is still a large cast of characters here regardless. And it's one of those things like, yeah, like we did the whole Darumi thing because we wanted more Darumi last time. But she's like not in a lot of routes, like from what I believe, like because of the way that the choices can work sometimes as well. But we'll see how everything goes because we still have like a really beautiful cast of characters, and we're going to make a decision right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Not to kill Eito, right? I'm not saying because again we grew to really like Eito, right? We grew to think he was actually pretty awesome. But it's more of a case of just like, I'm excited to get back into this because it's the first time we played this since last October. Kill Eito. Oh my god. This is gonna be so weird. This is gonna be so weird. This is gonna be so weird. Eito has... Oh, even seeing this, you know what's so horrible? Like, because it's been like so long since I played... Not so long, it's been like less than a year, but like, what's so weird is like, I'm like seeing this frame of like, oh my god. Like, again, I had this feeling that rushed over me like, oh my god, look, I'm back. I had this beautiful like chill almost of like, oh, this is like so nostalgic for something that we played before as well. But then like, of course, we're jumping right into like killing someone. That's the first thing we're doing. He's not normal. I'll never be able to trust anything he says. It's so interesting because in the other routes, Eito becomes like one of the most like valuable allies in my view. The things he's told us have been nothing but lies. Just like that last time, everything he said and did was to sabotage us. He's the worst kind of traitor there is. I can't let him live. Oh, Jesus Christ, Eito as well. He's laughing? Oh, Nozomi as well. So again, I'm like enjoying seeing these characters pop up again, but then I'm like, oh, the scene. Why are you laughing? That look in your eyes, Takumi. Such pure, undisguised hatred. What did I do to deserve such animosity? If you become this warped by hatred, you really must be getting used to this horrible war. You're the only one who here is warped by hatred. You hate us. You hate humanity. You want to wipe us all out. When we learned like a lot about what like about Eito and like what humanity is done and like what the not humanity itself but like the people behind this whole invasion of this planet, like Eito's like ideas and like his perception of some people in humanity becomes a lot more like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Obviously not us, because I don't want them to like hurt us or anything like that as well, but I'm saying that like some things he said, you're like, oh, he's kind of like correct about some things, you know. But of course it's a cognitive difference that he has as well, something that he sees the world very differently. Which at one point in our playthrough he even does some like crazy stuff with his eyes. We've suffered so much pain and hardship because of you. I can't even think of you as a human anymore. You're more like an enemy to all mankind. In that case, shouldn't you have killed me when you had the chance? You did have the chance, remember, you decided to show mercy instead. Or maybe it's more like you didn't want my death on your hands. Were you too scared to kill me, Takumi? And again, this is very classic Eito, right? To try and get in your head even when he knows he's about to die. I can see your conscience isn't going to get in the way of this time. This war has made you more of a monster than ever before. And this is great commentary already, right? Again, we're right back into why this game is so good and so underrated, I would say, as well. The fact that like it is like talking about how like a war can change people and how this war is, we know, very like immoral, like on a really grand level. But then it's getting into our heads as well, where it's like, have we gotten to a point where we're killing our own someone is what we're doing our own executions here? Have we gotten so used to the idea of war that we're even suggesting this? And while you could argue it's like, no, like they're doing this because of this reason, that reason, it's still like a very like interesting question to ask of like, has this war really made you feel this way? But like, you know, in reality, from Takami's perspective, he's trying to protect everyone around him. But I still think it's like really great that this game always brings up those interesting questions. You could say, well, Eito is like not always in his right mind, so his questions might not always be like the most you know, pointed and important and poignant questions, but I still think he's there to get in your head sometimes. He's there to be this like mirror, even if it's not an accurate mirror. It's something to show you about something that you might be thinking about yourself, even if it's not entirely true. You have to face something when you talk to Eito.
Yeah.
Enough chatter, it's time to finish this. Don't let them deceive or unsettle you anymore, Sumino. Just deal with them. He's right, Takami. You better follow your owner's orders like a good dog. And this is what I'm saying. It's like, from the perspective we have of this, like what Eito is saying, the whole thing of like, you know, you are like, again, I don't know the context of why we're killing him here. I forget it. We might have to look back and maybe you guys might remind me. But I'm sure Takami has a good reason. But it's so interesting as well that like, you know, him saying like, "Oh, be a good dog." Like we kind of do realize at some point that we were like these lapdogs for this like government. We were. As for the rest of you, give over the truth and let humanity keep using you. Again, he's not entirely wrong, right? He's not entirely wrong whatsoever. If you step out of line, sir, will just tinker with your brain and turn you into perfect puppets anyway. He's right. Again, that's why like kind of drew me to Eito eventually, because like while we can acknowledge all the bad things he's done and we talk about all the time, look back at my playthrough, we talk about all the time. It's like once you learn the full grasp of thing, not the full grasp, but like you learn like a lot of the meat and potatoes of what the story actually is from like the second scenario as well, and the first scenario together. It becomes a thing where you're like, him saying this right now, and then on the first route would have been like, oh, maybe he's onto something, but now it's like, he's right. Shut up, oh my god, Gaku, the angel himself. Shut up, I feel like I'm going crazy just to listen to you. It's like I said, don't pay attention to his ravings. Pay attention to his ravings. It'll only cause you undue stress. It's so funny that Eito is so correct. He's so correct.
Yeah.
Atsuki is a defective. If you're not careful, you could spread that fault to the rest of you. That's so bad. Especially now we know everyone's been experimented on as well, like unfairly. Like calling someone defective is so horrible. You need to get rid of him right now. Do it, Takami. If we lock him up, he'll only get out and cause trouble again. If you don't want, I can take care of him for you. The suggestion of Takamoto as well. It's great to see Takamoto as well.
Oh?
Hiroko. I'm in favor of executing him too. This is the only way. It's, again, I'm enjoying seeing these characters again, but the circumstances are like, we need the dust to settle to really like enjoy being with the characters again. Takami. Pretending to be conflicted, or are you still curious about the truth? You might as well forget about it. You're scared of what I might do. There's no way you could handle. Oh? Whoa! This artwork as well, but we've never seen this, right? I lunge forward, bringing my sword down on Eito. The artwork here is stunning. Look at this. This was the right choice, the only choice. He had to die. Why? That's, again, this is what's so crazy about the other routes. I don't think we've seen this artwork. Maybe we haven't, I just forgot, but like, it's not in every route. They do specific things per route sometimes, and it's so, like it's so pretty while being so aggressive. And again, it's supposed to be very dark. The blood is everywhere. The blackness from the cape is actually becoming like almost like a shadow instead. Not the cape, it looks like a cape, I said. What I meant is to say. It looks like a cape, but it's actually like, it looks like a surrounding shadow as well. It's so interesting. Just like last time. But right after I struck him that final blow. Thunk? What just happened? Eito's Hema Anima, his critical started flowing into me on its own. Wait, so we didn't even get a choice to harvest it.
I'm absorbing it? No, stop, I don't want.
Oh my god. Well, you know, because usually that's what happens, right? When you kill someone, you absorb their... You drain... Oh my, so we're absorbing Eito's Hema Anima. My vision went dark, blood was everywhere, and deep in my chest I could feel a new violent pulsing. That's terrifying. After a few minutes, it finally started to calm down. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. Oh my god, is this going to affect us? Because again, the way they're framing this is like, we just like got inflicted with poison by having Eito's blood inside of us, his Hemo Anima. But again, what a crazy scene, right, as well, to show the anger and the frustration and the aggression of Takami through like paint strokes. Like such a beautiful idea, and beautifully dark. Takumi, are you okay? Yeah, just a little surprised. Wasn't expecting the cryptic golem to do that. You really sucked him dry. He's just a blackened mummy now. Yugumu, man. Gross, but at least we know there's no coming back from that. It's finally over. And again, this relief that they're feeling is like root specific, right? Because again, as I said, like for other roots, it's like listening to Eito is almost like, and there's one specific, remember, like listening to Eito specifically becomes like liberating. You know what I mean? And that's such a great use of his character as well. But like now everyone's just like, maybe like feeling relieved, or maybe like feeling like they, like the feeling of like what could be relief. I'm saying what could be relief because you don't know how you're going to feel in the morning. Are you okay, Takumi? Oh my god, Shoma. It's been a while, Shoma. Takumi, are you sure you're alright?
Huh?
Don't let this get to you, Sumino. You did what you had to be done.
Hey.
Although personally, I wouldn't have minded if you were a little quicker about it.
Oh?
It seems to me like you were trying to hurry the process along back there. He was, because he's hiding something and he knows Eito knows the truth.
Hey.
What are you implying, Shizuhara? You started to panic when Eito mentioned Earth being gone, or tinkering with Earth. Oh my god, Earth being gone as well. Yeah, because the idea that this world is a world that they want to like colonize, right? It's so dark. And the tinkering with our brains thing as well. Everything's coming rushing back now. Was he really just trying to rattle us, or do you know something about all that? Eito was 100% factually correct. There's nothing to know. It was all just a bunch of nonsense he made up to confuse you. Nothing more, nothing less. So I won't explain it because there's nothing to explain. And it's so dark as well because as a player, we know that Saray is lying, and we know that we are under the thumb of Saray, and we know what Eito said is factually true. We are the lapdogs of Saray and this government and these colonizers. That's who we are. You know, in this choice, that's who we are. Why do commanders call us invaders? Shouldn't it be the other way around? It's like, you know what I mean? Coupled to what Eito said, it's like almost there. We're almost there to the truth of this, but we're not going to get to the truth, I feel like. I think we deserve a proper answer, Saray, traitor or not. We did just kill one of our friends here for you. Ima, by the way, again, the best hair in the history of the universe. Such a stylish character as well. Kako as well, by the way. Kako is like one of my favorite characters. I adore her. She's adorable. Keep us in the dark could have serious effect on our morale, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a proper explanation for everything. Atsuki's ravens included. But not right now. You're still tired out of from the battle. Especially Sumino. Takumi's not doing well. Takumi's not doing well. Oh my god, Boko. Alright, I guess we'll put this in the back burner and call it a day. No use stressing about it now. Go get some rest, all of you. Feeling exhausted in more ways than one, we returned to the school and went to our rooms for the night. I am feeling over the moon about this. Now, again, it's because I loved killing Eito. Wow. I mean, just more in case of just like being back here is such a beautiful feeling. It's such a wonderful feeling. Because this game gets dark. This game gets emotional. This game can get painful. This game can feel awkward. This game can feel hurtful. This game can feel happy. It can feel inspiring. It can feel beautiful. All those feelings. So like even amongst this feeling right now of like, okay, something's definitely like weird happening here as well. Like they're definitely playing up the fact that Takumi like absorbed the hemo anima and stuff like this as well. And all this stuff. But there's also a feeling now as well of like just gratefulness to be back in a world that like, you know, I loved. And, you know, even if it was a terrifying world, these characters mean the world to me. They mean so much to me. You okay, Takumi? Ever since I killed Eito and took his critical, my head had felt fuzzy. I killed him. I just killed Eito like I did at the end of my first 100 days here. Yeah, once again. I could have taken him prisoner again. That was always an option, but instead I killed him. And again, this is the realization. This is what I was talking about. The relief of killing Eito that everyone felt. I feel like you would come to realization the next day. That's what I would feel anyway. Like, not that I know what that would feel like, but I'm saying like if you like killed a traitor or something, like you could have held captive or whatever. Like, I guarantee you that like on the day you would all feel like, okay, we did it. We freaking did it. Especially in a tight, close-knit situation like this where no one is acting like their normal selves. The next day, I guarantee you everyone would be like, what did we just do? You know, what did we just do? No, it was like Takamaru said, he'd only find a way to escape. And who knows what kind of trouble, what kind of suffering you might cause then. Perspectives, right? Perspectives. I had to kill him to prevent that. It was the only way against perspectives. We know a different perspective as the player, but the characters right now at this moment do not know that different perspective. Right? We know that Eito being spared actually leads to revelations. Eito was a human to what I'd done hadn't been like killing the regular invaders. or even the commanders. But yeah, again, as I said, we know that's bad too. It was a murder, plain and simple. But it had to be done. I had to protect the people who are dear to me. Was that all there was to it, though? I mean, I did hate Eito, though I wasn't denying that. He'd sabotaged everything in my first timeline. I was trying to do the same here. And he was trying to do the same here. That's the whole reason I traveled back in time to the first place, to stop that from happening. I tried to be merciful. I tried to do the main thing, but he just turned on us again. He is trying to convince himself that what he did was like the right thing to do. Right? He's trying and trying and trying to make it feel like this is like that what he did was correct. And he's not trying to convince anyone else here. He's trying to convince himself. How could he do that? The invaders or commanders were our enemy, but Eito was human like us. That made him... So he went... Was that when he joined he escaped and joined the other side? Was that it? I think that's what... I remember that. Yeah. I hated him. I wanted to kill him. This, like, burst of emotions as well. That aggression. Almost accepting the aggression. That thunk, man, that's very worried. After he absorbed the Hema Anima, it started to thunk. Nasty, bile-stained, rotted... No, that's not. Nauseating, vile, hideous, repulsive, grotesque, unsightly, repugnant, abominable, ugly, ugly, ugly. That's Eito speak. That's Eito speak. What was that? A letter of strangled cry. My whole body was drenched in cold sweat. What was that just now? I felt terrible, like I was about to throw up. What the hell was that? Was it just because I absorbed Eito's Hema Anima without meaning to? Or was it because I killed a person? It's too late for regrets now. I did what had to be done. See, right, this music as well, Nightmare on Elm Street-esque. See, he's trying to explain it away. The cold sweats could be like in the waking up and the kind of like things he was thinking there could have been just the fact that he killed someone, which again, would affect your brain. I got into bed and tried to force myself not to think. Wait, so he didn't even wake up there? It just happened on the spot as he was standing there? That's okay, no, Takumi. And slowly but surely went to sleep. Takumi, that's not good. Takumi. It wouldn't be good if you woke up from that. Day 58. Ding dong bing bong.
Get prepared to spend another day. Be ready to get.
Isn't that weird? You think I'd want to listen to it, but like my muscle memory skipped it like I usually would. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. That music. So brilliant to hear it again. I didn't feel any better that morning. If anything, I felt worse. I was dizzy and nauseous and I didn't like it one bit. Damn it. I got to my feet and stumbled into the bathroom. Love his hair as always. Takumi is one of just the best designed characters. Like his outfit is so stylish but also natural. I washed my face and brushed my teeth. Guys, this music is hitting me. It's hitting me, man. For all the good it did me. Guess I'm not over yesterday's battle yet. I'll grab a quick bite to eat and go back to bed. Honestly, this happens sometimes in Last Defense Academy. They will skip days by very understandably having characters go back to bed. And some people might say, like, would you sleep the whole day away? And I think we all understand, like, what it's like to have a flu. When I have the flu, if I can take time off or whatever, I go straight to bed. But I'm very lucky to have my job be this, because I just post a community post, a patron post, and a members post, and like all together, and everyone's like, yeah, please, take the day, you know? Because you guys are very kind.
Huh?
I should head over to the cafeteria. Okay, we're not getting back into bed? Maybe I misread that. Where's the log? Transcript. Oh, sorry, grab a quick bite to eat. Yeah, that's my bad, yeah. No one else is around. I'm the first one here today. The music's so good. And this location as well, the cafeteria. Like, these places become so iconic, and it's so weird that they're comforting now to me as well because it's been so long. But, like, they are our cage, right, in a lot of ways, too. But again, it's such a comforting feeling being back here. They must still be tired. I'll probably sleep the day away, too, once I've had something to eat. Just then I heard footsteps in the hall. Guess I'll have someone to talk to after all. What? 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 What happened? Good morning, Takumi. You're irritated. What do you mean? What do you mean? Takumi's first reaction was like, what?
Oh.
What's the matter, Takumi? What do you mean, what's the matter? What are you doing here? Oh, we literally, Eito, we killed you. What is happening? What? What the hell are you doing here? Having breakfast? Why else would it be? What do you mean, though? Eito! But you're dead. Dead? Me? What are you talking about? I heard more footsteps outside the door. The others were coming. I raised my voice and I cried for help. Everyone come quick, it's an emergency. Yeah, they better... What the hell is that? What? What the hell is that? I want to say this route was suggested by a subscriber. This route was suggested by someone just said, hey, kill Eito on day 57. That was the suggestion, right? And, what is happening? My first route back and there's like multiple Eitos. What's the matter? What happened? You sure are noisy. This had better be good. Huh? Are you okay? Talk to me. You're looking really pale. What do you mean am I okay? No. What is happening? Talk to me. What's wrong? Please try to calm down. Are you still in shock from yesterday's? Yesterday killing someone you used to think of as a friend must have been hard. You I killed. Maybe you should go lie down in your room. Here, let me help you. Get away. Oh my god. Imagine the terror. The terror after killing someone and then they show up in multiple forms. Get back, all of you. Don't touch me. Talk to me. Hey, talk to me. I ran as fast as I could. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew I had to get away. I didn't stop for breath until I was back in my room with the door firmly shut behind. That is scary, though. I wouldn't even like doing that. I'd like find like a door to barricade somewhere else or something, like, because they know exactly where to find me in the room as well. What the hell is going on? Terrifying. What the hell was that just now? I wasn't dreaming. It wasn't a trick of the light. So what was going on? It has to have something to do with like what happened with the blood then, right? Because when we absorbed the blood, there was like a thunk in our body, and then we heard the whole thing of the Eustace ugly. It has to be something like that. Eito was dead. I killed him myself. The feeling of his cryptoglobin flowing into me was still fresh in my mind. Maybe that's the problem. His body was nothing but the dried up husk now. This music's so dark. So why had I seen him in the cafeteria? Not just one of them, but several. Was it some kind of psychological attack? But we already beat the commander who caused hallucinations. That's the thing. It doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? Am I just going crazy? No, I'm probably just tired. I'll be fine after I get some sleep. I'll be honest with you right now. The first thing I would do is try to find somebody else. I would find Hiroko, like right now. Hiroko and Nozomi. No offense to any other character, but I would try to find Hiroko and Nozomi. Right? Let me look at the characters for a second here. Who would we try to find? Who would you look for right away? Hiroko? Yes. Oh, Darumi. Eito's dead here. Look at this. I mean, honestly, I'd go to anyone for comfort, but like if you're talking about someone who would like know what to do right now, I'd say Nozomi or Kiyoshika Magadori is also dead here. Yeah, no, you guys agree. Hiroko and Nozomi are probably the best options. No offense to anyone else, because everyone else just has their own things they're strong at. I think when like figuring out what to do in the moment. Well, no, actually, you know who's actually really good at that too? Ima. Ima's very good. When Ima wants to, Ima can definitely like give you suggestions. Can I be honest with you as well? I'm putting the trash bins in front of the door. I'm putting that side. I'm putting the desk in front of the door. I'm putting everything in front of the door. There's no one coming in. There's no one coming in. A quick nap will fix me right up, or so I hoped. Even though it's a fire hazard, but still. This is
Hello, Takumi.
What?
Good to see you
What?
again.
No. What is happening? That is the scariest visual I've ever seen in this game. Serving Eito sitting on a chair, casual style. What are you doing? Eito, you're here?
You're here?
It's voiced.
But how? You're dead.
This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Don't get so flustered. You're making that hideous face of yours look even worse.
Hideous face? Takumi doesn't have a hideous face.
Is this a dream? Am I even seeing you in my sleep now?
Takumi, the voice actor Takumi is selling this in the exact right way that it should be felt, by the way. He is selling this in the exact right way. Like, this feeling of, like, sheer panic. You know, you can almost hear the sweat in his voice. You know, the sweat in his face is coming through in his voice almost.
A dream? What a very Takumi thing for you to say.
Cease this right now, Eito. Please cease this.
If you think this is just a dream, all you have to do is wake up.
Like, he's so casual style here. Look at them. It's more unnerving that he's sitting on the chair like this.
Here, let me help you with
Eito,
that.
stop. What has happened? It has something to do with the blood. It has to have something to do with the blood. With that, Eito snapped his fingers. And we've never even looked at this perspective when we've woken up. I sat bolt upright in bed and looked around frantically. No, that'd be so bad. I'd be done. That'd be a terrible dream. There's no one here. So it was a dream, or more like a nightmare, really. Yeah, a nightmare. I really need to get some rest. I lay back down and closed my... Here's the thing. We underestimate how anxiety can make you tired. If you've ever had a bout of anxiety, it can exhaust you to the point that you can pass out and you can just go asleep, right? But, like, still, I think I would be like... I don't know, I think I need like another hour or something to go to sleep or something. I think I do. Guys, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to turn up my fan a little bit because it is very warm here. It's our second heat wave, but it's going to end. I don't think it's going to be another heat wave for the rest of the year. I have a fan just trained on me right now. I'm feeling the same sweat Takumi was there. Well, oh Jesus freaking Christ. Oh my God. Wait, so we're going to see him in our dreams all the time?
Not again? Why are you still
How are
here?
we supposed to deal with this?
Because this is no ordinary dream.
I can see that. Sitting casual style in front of us like this. It would be less scary if he sat like kind of like forward facing with his arms crossed, but it's the fact that he's sitting like so casual.
I'm not some hallucination your cerebral cortex is conjuring up. This is the real me speaking to you.
But wait, is it again through the blood? Through the blood.
I exist here in the depths of your psyche. I'm in your head, Takumi.
This is wild. We killed Eito, and he ended up becoming a bigger problem because now he's with us every time we close our eyes. And apparently we're hallucinating him in real life too.
In my head.
Is it such a shock? You killed me and absorbed my hemoanima.
Stop.
When you did that, my consciousness was also transferred into you.
How would you even respond to this?
That's not possible.
Yeah, how would you even respond to this?
Normally, you'd be right. But this is hemoanima we're talking about. Making the impossible possible is a surprisingly simple
Oh my God,
matter.
he's in heaven. Eito is in heaven. He gets to freaking like play, you know, Joker to Takumi's Batman every time he sleeps.
It really is a mysterious power, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, this doesn't feel real as an understatement. But it doesn't make sense. Nothing like this happened when we absorbed the enemy commander's hemoanima, so why? I don't quite understand it myself, but if I were to make an educated guess, you took my power the first time you experienced these 100 days, right? And now you've done it here in this timeline as well. Time travel notwithstanding, you absorb it. Oh, it's such an interesting theory from Eito here. So if you absorb a fellow, like, humans, quote unquote, hemoanima twice, we can like absorb their consciousness. So there's twice as much of me inside of you as there was before. Phrasing. Enough for my consciousness to survive the process. Anything goes when it comes to hemoanima. I knew that all too well by now. But I still can't believe it. I didn't want to believe it, in spite of everything I'd done. I mean, that's the thing as well. It's like, what Atos once again is saying is like very, very true. It's like we learn new things every single route almost when it comes to the powers that are on this earth and the secrets that are on this earth and the secrets of hemoanima and the secrets of like the quote unquote like not invaders, what would you call them, like, native people here on this planet. We learn new secrets about everything, every single route. So as a player, again, it's one of those things where I'm in this route right now and I'm like, this is shocking, it's surprising, it's so much. When Ato says something like this, it's like, I could believe it just because revelations happen all the time. The secrets of this world are still not fully known to us. Ato was still alive inside of me. Yeah, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm just disgusted by this as you are. I bet he is, actually. Honestly, I believe him at this stage. Because this isn't the stage where Ato was like, a little bit more warmer to us. He still finds us disgusting. So I can kill you after all. It all depends on how your point of view. I'm just a spirit within your body, right? Without a body right now. I'm closer to you than ever, but I can't do anything to hurt you. It's just so frustrating having your hideous face right in front of me the whole time. It's like having an itch you can't quite scratch. Dear Lord in heaven. Like, imagine that, like, because again, Ato's not lying. He genuinely sees humans as hideous creatures. He genuinely sees them as monsters. So to him, it's like he's now inside of the body of a monster and all he ever sees is us. If you don't like it, why don't you just disappear? If only it were that simple. And what makes you think I'm the one who should disappear? In the cafeteria just now, I saw a bunch of copies of you. Did you do that? Have you been messing with my brain somehow? Wait, so Ato also said, why do you think I should disappear? Is he saying that you should be the one, like we should disappear? I'm glad you enjoyed that. It's actually more complicated than that, though. Let me put in the way even your feeble mind can understand. Yeah, he's definitely old Ato. You appear to have developed a cognitive disorder. Here's the thing, by the way. I hope it doesn't make it seem like I'm saying cognitive disorders. I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, oh. But like in this case, for the story's sake, this is Ato basically saying now, the experience I had of seeing everyone as monsters, you're seeing everyone as Atos. Cognitive disorder? That wasn't me you saw in the cafeteria. It was the other members of the special... Your precious friends and allies. That's why they were acting so shocked. But then also they were standing in the usual places that, like, the other characters would stand, right? But now they look like me to you too. Even their voices and speech patterns are just like mine. When you absorb my consciousness, it seems my defect was transferred to you and all. So we absorbed a cognitive difference as well when we absorbed his hemoanima. So it's not just him inside of us, we also gain some of the things that make him him, which would be his cognitive difference. This is a wild turn of events. It's so wild. Who would have thought you tried to kill me only to become just like me? And again, he's happy about that moment, right? He's look at the smile on his face about that. Because again, to him, like, he suffers all the time, and seeing these monsters makes him like always in pain all the time. From his perspective, he's like, you don't like Ato. At this moment in time, Takumi in this route does not like Ato. He's like saying, hey, you see the one person that irks you the most constantly. It's like a classic comedy, more like a tragedy for you. Not that I care. Wait, that means like we have to fix something, man, because this is my first route back, and I can't even see like my like Kako and Ima and all the characters. Like this is, come on. Never mind all that. How do you cure it? How do I cure it? I wish I knew. When I was alive, even Sarai couldn't do anything to make me any less defective. You were not okay. I hate the word defective about you. You were someone who needed to get help when you were younger, and you weren't given the help, and you were left aside. And it developed into something that was way more aggressive and horrible, beyond your control. Do not call yourself defective. We're not doing that. So I'm stuck with it? Everyone's going to look the same to me from now on? They're all going to look and sound like Ato? Crazy. No way, I'll go crazy if I have to live like that. In that case, I have a suggestion, a little escape clause, if you will. What are you talking about? I have an awful lot of time on my hands floating around here inside your mind. So I have a little challenge for you. A challenge? You saw 4 of me in the cafeteria just now, right? But that's not all there is. Wait, what do you mean? Let's do a quick head count, shall we? Takamata, Hiroko, Tsubasa, Gaku, Ima, Kako, Shoma. Nozomi, Yugumu, and Moko. Not counting you or me, that makes 10 in all. So there are currently 10 Ato Atsukis here at the Last Defense Academy. Isn't that a lovely thought? He loves reveling in this. He loves reveling in this. Get to the point. Oh, you're so intense. All right, have it your way. You see, I lied just now. There actually are an 11th Athos somewhere at the school. How? That was nothing but an illusion. Wait, what? It's something I created with a part of my hemoanima and I still have control over. An illusion? Why would you make something like that? That's just how much I hate you. You spared my life once, only to go back on that decision and kill me anyway. Wait, so... he's making the illusion just to get back at us for, like, sparing his life and then killing him? Consider this a challenge, my way of paying you back for that. Yeah, and he means it. He means it too. He means it as well. Stop wasting time. Just tell me what the challenge is. It's simple. Find the fake, figure out which of the 11 Ados is an illusion, and kill him. If you can do that, the remnants of my consciousness will be erased. And you know this? And I'll disappear. You're sure? This will also return your cognition for the way it was. So is this like a Ato killing game? Why do you think? Easy, right? It's almost too good to be true. You don't think I believe that, do you? After everything you lied about before? It wouldn't be a fair challenge if I lied. I want to see you suffer and struggle within the rules I've created. Trust me, besides, I'm pretty sure this is the only way for you to get rid of your disorder. The funny thing is, we can't fully trust this idea, but what else do we have? Like, what else do we have in this idea, other than this idea? This like is such a terrifying idea. What's already, because what if you kill one of the members that's not the illusion? You could end up killing one of our friends. It's just a trick to get me to attack the others, isn't it? That's what I was just thinking. What if you kill one of the other members? You're not fooling me this time. If there's even a chance of hurting my friends, I'm out. I'll find a way to live with everyone looking like you. It's so funny when he said this. Is like, yeah, like most people do have to live with cognition changes and things in their brain that changes stuff and makes, because again, it's actually, I believe it's like a real thing that happens sometimes when it comes to some disorders, and I don't know if the word disorder is the right way to look at it, but like it's a cognitive change and a cognitive difference. Some people do have to live with like the world looking different than it actually is to all of us. But what's so funny as well, it's like, I hope I don't sound harsh when I'm saying that, like, this is a hard way to live. As it is, for Ato, it's a hard way to live. Like, Jesus Christ, to see everyone as just Ato and not having anyone have a personality, it's a hard way to live. It would be very difficult. I'll eventually throw it back in my face. You really are a loathsome little creature, Takumi. And then it's not only just like the idea of like the cognitive difference, it's also the idea of like, you never know who to trust. You'll be looking over your shoulder all the time. Talk all you want, you're not going to change my mind. You're so stubborn. All right, let's see how you deal with this. Ato snapped his fingers again. The moment he did, we woke up. Just like that, I was awake again. The idea that there's like one illusion, and I wonder if we do get around to doing that, is that a situation where like we're gonna have to like play upon our knowledge of like the characters? Maybe? You know what I mean? Like, because it's one of those things like to guess who the illusion is, we'll have to guess who like actually like, you know, is the other people. What is he gonna do this time? I looked around the room uneasily, and then before I knew it, somebody flicked me on the forehead? What? What do you mean? There's no one... Except it wasn't just any old somebody that did it. It was... No, it was my hand that attacked me. He can control that, though. This is terrifying. It can't be. And just as suddenly as I woke up, I was falling asleep again. That is brutal.
Welcome back.
That is brutal.
You see how things stand now?
He's saying play the game or I can just do it anyway. I can control you. And again, if Ato plays the game for us, it's not going to be pretty.
What was that? What did you do to
He
me?
can control us. Jesus Christ, man.
Were you controlling my body?
Indeed.
We share a consciousness now, Takumi. It only follows that we'd share a body too.
But, like, no. I love, like, again, him just saying, like, this is also, like, natural. I don't know, like, again, because he says it so naturally, it's like, you almost like, you're like, yeah, sure, but then in my head, I'm, like, instantly like, no, this can't be, like, what are you talking about?
I'm still getting used to it. So that little flick is about all I can manage right now. Give me a couple of days and I'll be able to
That's
take
even-
total control of your
Right.
body.
I'm not gonna say that's even scarier, but it's still scary, and it almost puts like a horrific, like horror themed countdown onto it. Right? We have a certain amount of time before he can control our entire body. He's already learned how to flick our foreheads. He's definitely just giving us like a time bomb. Total control? Yeah, it's terrifying. Then I can probably just make you kill those horrible friends of yours outright. Again, that's exactly what I was thinking. This is a horror movie. This is a horror game, I should say. Maybe I should try it. Who do you want to be our first victim? Nobody. Why am I even asking? It has to be Nozomi. Oh god, and he knows what he's doing here as well, because he observed how close Nozomi and Takumi were before anyone even, I'd say. She's specialty, isn't she? Speaking as your closest enemy, I can tell. Nozomi is literally like the love of Takumi's life. I can't wait to see the look on her face when you betray her. Trust and oh my god, betray her, trust and choke the life out of her. But again, Eito's not holding anything back because he wants to horrify us. He wants to make us scared. Stop it. There's only one way to stop me, Takumi. That's to erase my consciousness from inside of you. And again, this could be a fun game for Eito, but not for Takumi. Why would you even go to all the trouble? Why indeed, maybe you'll understand when this is over. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll accept your challenge or whatever. There's nothing you can do. Right? There's why you might be like a lot of people might accept their fate. There's literally nothing you could do. If someone is already showing that they can control your body. If I'm Takumi as well, my whole perspective, and again, I know it's like saying if I was him, I'd do it. I'm not saying like that. I would be resisting to it, and I'd be like, I'm not doing it. But as soon as he shows you that, yeah, I'll just kill everybody then. It becomes like a trolley problem of epic proportions. Is like, and it's we always have to think of these horrible things, and it happens in this type of game more often than not. We have to think of this the way it can go. We might kill someone accidentally, right? But then 9 other people wouldn't survive if we were able to get the illusion, right? But if we don't do anything, then Eito is going to kill everybody and start with Nozomi and make it horrible, right? And it's going to be betraying everyone's trust too. I didn't have to offer you this chance, you know. I'm doing you a favor here. And again, from Eito's perspective, he really thinks that. Couldn't you act a little more grateful? Maybe say, please allow me to take your challenge instead. Oh my god, he is playing with us. Please allow me to take your challenge. That is so rough. Wow, you actually said it. I was only kidding. You're so easy to fool, Takumi. It's no wonder I got the best of us, you in your last timeline. All right, you have your task. Find the fake among the 11, and you'll finally kill me for good. Just tell me one thing. Is there a way to tell them apart? Those 4 I saw in the cafeteria all looked exactly like you, but yeah, but they had different poses, and they had different dialogue. I think you're misunderstanding something, Takumi. I gave you this challenge, but I have no intention of helping you succeed. Maybe they'll all act differently. I'm certainly not about to give you any hints. One more thing. The illusion will disappear at night. Everyone's in the rooms and at that time anyway. And that makes sense because the game will be super easy because you could just guess who's not in the room would be the illusion. It'd be too easy if you could just find me that way and still peg them as fake 100%. You would find the illusion like that. So simply. I clicked my fingers, by the way. As for your time limit, at this rate, I'll probably take over your body on day 63. We have just a few days. So you have until day 62 to come up with your answer. If you include today, that's just 4 days. Sorry, 4 days. God, I'm bad at math. Better than being killed. Guys, heat wave, okay? Okay, I know how days work. Heat wave, okay? Me, that's like 10 days. That's like 84 weeks. Better than being killed without giving you any chance at all, like you did to me. What do you say we get started? Work hard on Takumi. Terrible things will happen if you fail. Killing your friends will be the start. I'll probably go to the artificial satellite afterwards and see what kind of carnage I can unleash there. He is threatening ultimate violence. You know what's so crazy about this too? Right? What's so crazy about this? Like, he is so... He's having a jolly, jolly fun time, right? A jolly, 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 jolly time. And to Eito, he is the protagonist in this game. You know what I mean? He really feels the way. He's like, I'm doing this because like this is the right, like in his eye, and I truly think in his eyes, it's not about it being the right thing to do. I truly believe that at this point in time, he's like, everyone's so hideous and everyone's so disgusting. I'm so disgusted by what Takumi did. When again, he's more disgusted with the idea that you let him live the first time, right? And then killed him. That's what's so weird about Eito. He's more disgusted about the idea of sparing him and then killing him than just, if you killed him originally, I think he probably wouldn't be as like angry. Maybe he wouldn't be. I don't know what the other route would look like in that way. Maybe he shows him the other route too. But like, it's so interesting having a character that clearly, like, if we turn the camera 180 behind Eito's back, you know, that's the world Eito sees. I know you can say with Calvin that everyone believes they're like, you know, that like everyone in the game would believe they're a protagonist in a way because, you know, you're the protagonist of your own life in a lot of ways. But I'm saying that like, if they could break the fourth wall and tell the characters who's the main character, Eito would be like, I'm not the main character. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. You know. Now eventually he does become more like, in other routes he becomes more giving, right? But right now he has a goal in mind. This world he is setting up for himself is for his own enjoyment. This revenge on Takumi is going to be sweet for him. He is joyous right now. This world that he is creating is his world. Well then, I'll sit back and watch for a while. If you need me, you know where to find me. With that, Eito snapped his fingers and we woke up again. Jesus Christ, man. And I was awake again, back to reality. The torture this must be on your like brain and your body. Damn it. I still didn't want to believe it, but there was no denying it. Now, Eito had been telling the truth. He'd show me what he was capable of moving my fingers, and he only get more control from here on out. If he took over during a battle, with only my friends close by me, I've got no choice but to find the fake Eito, but how do I do that? I've got to think this through. I still got 4 days and won't let him get away with this. First of all, I'll go talk to everyone and see if I can spot anything that seems off about them. This is what I was thinking as well. I dashed out of my room and began to look for the different Eitos around the school. And it's so interesting, again, we wanted nothing to do with them, but now that we know there's like a game involved that is life and death, we're like rushing out to face something that we didn't want to face originally. This is such a brutal one to come back for, right? Oh, Takumi, are you okay? Did you need something? Oh, this is gonna be hard. No matter how I look at it, this is Eito. Obviously, I can't tell them apart on appearance alone. I know, I just wanted to ask, have you been feeling alright lately? Can you not ask them their names?
Oh.
Sure. Oh, maybe that might change in the cognitive part of the brain as well. Like, there might be a cognitive change as well. Sure, I'm the same as ever. What about you? Are you feeling better now? Am I better now? Does Eito know what happened in the cafeteria this morning? This is Eito. Was he one of the 4 there, as everyone else heard it already? I think everyone else probably would have heard about it, right? Even if he was there at the time, that doesn't prove he's not the fake. If I can't tell them apart by sight, I'll have to figure this out based on what they all say. I'm fine now. What are you up to today? Today, well, let's see. So, I'm guessing that we can't ask the names because they would say, my name's Eito. I thought I'd let you kill me. What? Wait, what? What are you talking about? You regret killing me as quick as you did, don't you? I'll bet you want to draw it out a little longer. What are you talking? A slapdash bird like that wasn't enough to satisfy your hatred. Wait. So they don't even have the personalities of the characters? Or is this the illusion? You want to see me writhe in pain and crying, pleading for forgiveness? You wanted to torture me relentlessly again and again until I begged for death. That's how you really wanted to kill me, isn't it? What are you Now I'm no longer registered in the Revive-O-Matic. You have a really... Wait. Who's not registered in the Revive-O-Matic? I mean, Eito would be... What is happening? That's probably too much for a feeble brain like yours to handle. Would you like me to give you some idea? This is not... So it's not even like that they're gonna have the personalities? Or what's happening? Please, let me... I'm so confused. That's the least I can do for my worst enemy? Sorry to disturb you. You're going already? Alright, see you around. So is it just that maybe part of our brain is seeing what they're saying as what Eito would say to us instead? My mind is frazzled. So it's not just sight and sound and smell. It's affecting how my brain processes what people say. How are we gonna? Because I was thinking we could figure out what they were like from what they would say. It is probably sitting there in my head right now, twisting every word I hear. I have no idea how that much. I have no idea that much control. If he can't do that, there's not a lot of point in talking to anyone. But how are we gonna figure this out then? There has to be a way. Something I've missed. Something he missed. I'll go find someone else and see if I can figure it out. I found under Ato in the rec room and tried to talk to him. Hey, have you got a minute? Hello, Takumi. You're looking particularly hideous today. Did you need something? This is going to be so hard. I wanted to ask, how do you feel about me killing Ato? How do I feel? I know I'm the one who made the decision, but do you feel like I was wrong or like there was another way we could have dealt with him? If you do, then tell me. I honestly want to know. You promise you won't get mad? No. I promise. Tell me the truth. I can take it. Well, I do feel like there might have been another way. Killing him just felt like a step too far. Right, I thought you might say that. Ato may have been a traitor, but he was still a member of our team. I know he might have escaped again, but we could have just kept an extra close eye on him this time, couldn't we? I guess. If we'd done that, you wouldn't have had to do what you did. And I wouldn't be in a position to kill everyone right now. Oh my god. Wait, was that like a little hint, or was that just like him just messing with us fully again? And I do mean every last member of this rotten special defense unit. Oh, the smile in his face as he's saying this. It's such a pity. If you hadn't killed me, this never would have happened. What do we even do? I'll see you. What can we do? What are we... I thought maybe asking about Ato himself would give me some kind of clue. I felt like I was making progress at first, but I guess not. Yeah, because I thought is it Kako? Who else would be like regretful? Maybe like Nozomi, maybe? At least I know this approach won't get me anywhere. I've got to keep trying until I find something that works. Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the time. It could be someone different saying that. I'll go to try something different with someone else. Who stands here? I found yet another Ato in the infirmary. Hey, what are you doing in here? Nothing in particular. I just felt like being alone for a while. It's nice and quiet and no one ever comes here, so I don't have to look at their abhorrent faces. Oh my god, we're not getting anywhere with this. I'm sorry to disturb you. Do you have time to talk? Sure, why though? What's up? This is a weird question. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but... What do you think of me? What do you mean, Takumi? I know it's awkward asking me outright like this, but I really want to, know. That's fine, I don't mind. Well, why are you asking now? I've just been feeling a little less confident in my decisions than usual lately. Takumi's really trying here. I want to step back and reevaluate myself. This is just, it's gone from being like so on the top surface nerve-wracking to like, my body's calming down, but in a way that feels kind of like hot and heavy, kind of like, it's not calming down, but it's more like, how do I explain it? Like, I'm settling into what's happening here, but it's a nervous settling, right? I'm kind of like sitting with the nerves rather than just like being jittery with the nerves. And I figured the best way of doing that would be to get an outside perspective. I see, I guess people who even seem to have it together have blind spots when it comes to themselves, huh? Yeah, so what do you think? Let me see, for starters, you are unquestionably our leader. Thanks to your experience from your last timeline, you're guiding us to victory and keeping us safe. If one's few, we probably have been wiped out a long time ago. Thank you. Honestly, I had trouble believing you really come from the future. When I first met you, you seemed like just a regular guy. Then all of a sudden you started talking about time travel. It was like you were a different person. I guess I love this frame from Takumi. I guess it makes sense. You improved yourself, though. You have the kind of strength no one else does. The strength to never give up. You keep moving forward no matter what sacrifices you have to make. Really, it's thanks to that strength. That Darumi Kyoshi... Oh, that's such a horrible... Like, Kurata's dead too, which is so crazy as well. Again, playing on like something that would play on our mind as well. Thanks to your reckless choices, they all died meaningless deaths. And as our leader, you can play fast and loose with our lives and never look back. Again, this is the type of stuff that Takumi played over for so long in his mind. constantly, not played over, but constantly like played in terms of like a video play, right? Constantly in his mind, it was like all the stuff that I've done. Like, did I do the right decision? Have I let someone die on our team? This is stuff that haunted him. And Ato knows this. He's in our mind. But it doesn't take a freaking rocket scientist to know that that would be something that would bother anyone. You got the sweet end of the deal because you're a team leader. Nobody wants you to die. That means you never get exposed to any real danger. Oh my god. Like, in a way, that's like a factual statement in some ways, because like a lot of people aren't going to put Takumi in like direct danger. The only one person that's going to put Takumi in danger is Takumi himself. And it's really hard to look at it that way, but like in a lot of ways it is like that would play in my mind too, where I'm like, yeah, like a lot of people do get put in danger, not because we want them to, but everyone's going to probably rush to make sure that we are protected because we lead this place. Things are nothing like the future you know anymore, but you're still running around calling the shots. You can't even get to choose who lives and dies. You're the very embodiment of how heartless, cruel humanity is. Tell me, Takumi, have you decided who's going to die next? This is so brutal. Thanks, that's all I need to know. Trying to run for the truth, and after you got so mad at me for running away after I escaped my kid. That's an amazing line. Because again, it's so Ato in a way too, right? I escaped the cage and you're running away from your life, you know? Trying to find common ground, but really it's like he's trying to find like, it's like, hey, like, you got mad at me, you know? But it's such an unreasonable way of describing it, right? I escaped my cage and you got mad at me. You're trying to run for the truth now. Can I get mad at you? It's so unreasonable, but that's Ato. The team leader gets away with anything, huh? But you can't run from me. After all, I'm already inside you. I left the infirmary with an exasperated sigh and headed back to my room. I think this is a good place to end the actual episode, guys, as well. The first episode back of Last Defense Academy. We will be doing this entire route, by the way. I don't know which is the good time to save. I think we can save over anything, right? Yeah, it's not bad. Day 58 clear. So we did 6 playthroughs, which is, I know a lot of people are like, that's not a lot. There's 100 playthroughs. But like I really like enjoyed my time with all of them in a lot of ways. Yeah. So, first of all, as much as this episode has already messed with my mind and made me feel like I'm not even like a real person anymore, it's very enjoyable to be back. And I think it's like one of the things where like, it's both, and I hope, like, again, the person that suggested this as well, thank you so much for suggesting this one, because I feel like this is actually both the best and worst one that you can come back with, and this is why. I think that it's the best one because it's a shock to the system. If there's any way to get back into Last Defense Academy, throw you into the deep end, cast you right into the fire, walk over hot coals in your first episode back. Drove right into the deep end of, like, what are we looking at here? You know what I mean? This is crazy. Yeah, it's a real, but the reason why it's gonna be really hard is because we don't get to talk to the characters that we love, of course. And again, the person who suggested, don't be like, oh, did I root for Calvin? No, you didn't. This is amazing. This is an incredible idea and an incredible story. Even when we finish this route and let's say we take another break or whatever, or if we do another route after this, whatever we're planning after this, I want to say this, it's not the end of Last Defense Academy ever. Ever. This is an eternal game for my channel that I want to come back to if we can, right? I always worried that, like, it's like taking too long of a break and sometimes ruin things, but we'll always see what we can do with it anyway as well. And there's obviously, it's not a promise, but it's one of those things where, like, that's my intention, if that's, you know what I mean, like, intention. That's all I would say. It's an intention to, like, always have this game that we can play at any point as well. This starts off with Takumi killing Ato in a very vicious and aggressive manner. But what's so interesting about that death there as well is that at first I didn't realize what was happening because I was like, wait, when did he betray us? And I remembered it was the time, if I'm not mistaken, it's when he went to the other side and joined their side. And then in that process ended up escaping from his cage because he knew the truth of everything was happening here as well, and he knew that we were the enemy. And at this point, the choice was to kill Ato or bring him with us. And when you bring him with him, he actually reveals everything. I think this actually might be the second scenario, is it? Because I think this is when Ato like reveals like almost like everything that's happening in this game and everything that's happening in this world. It's like one of those things that maybe I'm wrong about the actual roots or whatever, but I think that's what it is. And it's so crazy because like one of the most harrowing things is not only just killing Ato with the knowledge we have now, but it's also killing him and then having him like say the truth in our face. You know, you're a lapdog. You're a dog for Tsure. He's your god. The humans are the ones that are the problem. You'll never know the secrets of this whole thing as well. You know, you're the true villains and all this stuff too. And at the moment, in that moment in time of what we're doing, even if it's not intentional, every single thing that Eito was saying is correct. And that's what's so brutal about this freaking situation. It's like as the player, as Takumi, it's like it's already brutal because he's killing somebody. But for us, it's like we're killing somebody who is saying he was factually telling the truth into our face. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. It's like, and that's why these roots are crazy. You're forced to do stuff if you want to have these roots where you're doing some like crazy things that wouldn't be stuff you do normally. But the crux to this whole thing is that we absorbed Eito a second time. And since we do transfer over all of our absorptions over the course of the playthrough, we have now absorbed Eito canonically twice. Which now, again, as we said, we don't know what happens in this world. We don't know if that's the truth in this world, but we do know there's stuff we still don't know about this world. But now that we've done that, it seems that we're actually absorbing Eito's personality into our brain, our mind as well. And that to me is like, not personality is not the way we can say it. We absorbed Eito, right? Because if it's personality, it's like we just absorbed like parts of his personality. No, we absorbed Eito into our head, and he's living in our head right now. And to that point, he's changed our cognitive view of the world. We now view everyone as Eitos. We now see the world in a state that, like, he sees the world as monsters, we see it as Eito. He is very happy to do this, not because he sees his plight as something that is like light or something that someone else can get through, but because I think that because he went through all this kind of like suffering and pain with his cognitive difference, like, I think he gets some sort of joy out of the fact of after like Takumi killed him, it's like, okay, deal with like a portion of what I dealt with. Because let's be honest here, seeing Eitos in the world is scary. It's actually very, very harrowing. If you talked about this in a real world sense, your mental health would be absolutely destroyed looking at what happened here. You would be in the dumps to a serious degree, right? You would be so gone. Your mind would be gone. And that's what is so crazy about it is like, even though that's crazy and that's something that would make your mind be destroyed and like all this stuff too. And I hope, again, I always have to say anyone who has like, different cognitive differences or whatever like that, you guys know I would never like bad talk that in the real world sense. And I'm not bad talking it here. I'm just talking about the effects of it. I'm not talking about the actual thing itself or trying to say these people aren't like, they don't have shouldn't have a quality of life. But I'm saying that like in this sense of what this is, it would be something that would like destroy your brain, seeing everyone as Eito, right? And not just Eito. Let's say in real life you started to see everybody as like your brother. It would destroy your brain. You would go mad. You would really like succumb to this unless you got help, right? And Eito never got that help. So Eito is showing us a fraction. I would say 1/10 of the horrors that he sees all the time, and still, it really puts into perspective what Eito would like had to go through, because the fact that our mind is being blown at seeing Eitos, which again, at this point we don't like Eito, but like Eito is like he's just like from any perspective, he's just a pleasant young man with a nice haircut. You know what I mean? That's what he is. He's a pleasant young man with a nice haircut. So yes, he's our enemy, and that's why I'm saying it's still crazy. Yes, he's our enemy, and he's someone that we killed, and he represents a horror, and he puts the mirror up to our face of like all the stuff that we've done and all the stuff that we're self-conscious about. He does all this stuff, but it's still like 1/10 of what like he would go through. Because again, if you ask me which one would I want, I'd say neither. But like it's one of those things like if it was gun to my head, you'd pick the Eito one, because Eito sees humans as monsters, smelly, putrid monsters. When they walk into the room, it affects all of his senses. They sound like monsters. They smell like monsters. They look like monsters. You're talking about like, again, no matter what, it's like the Eito thing is still crazy, but like it's kind of crazy that Eito's like punishment is like, hey, you're going to experience 1/10 of what I experience. You're going to experience 1/10 of what I experience all the time. And maybe not 1/10, maybe 1/5 is probably a better example. Because again, I don't want to like downplay what Takumi's going through, because right now it is horrific. It is horrific. It's your whole world changing. And then topped off with the freaking game that Eito is playing as well. Eito showed us that he can control our body a little bit, and he's only going to get better with that as well. By showing us that he can control our body, he's showing us that like he can do something really horrific here. He's telling us that we have to find the one illusion amongst all of the Atos to kill. The one illusion. And what's so scary and awful and terrifying about that is that we could have the chance that we could unfortunately kill one of our friends. That's something that can just happen. And the reason why that is so, horrid is obviously because we're killing one of our friends. It's a possibility of killing our friends, but it's also the fact that, like, if we know if we don't do this, Ato is going to kill them. And it's done in such a well-written way where he's like, he doesn't say like, hey, right away he doesn't say like, hey, I could just kill them. He shows us, hey, I have some control, and within 4 days, I'm probably going to have more control. And by the end of that, I can do whatever I want at that point. So you have to decide. And it plays in to the leadership thing that Ato was talking about. Ato wants to, like, again, get into Takami's head. And what a better way to do so by playing up on the fact of, like, Takami's biggest fears. The leader that lets everyone down. The leader that gets people killed. Again, I'm not saying that's what Takami is, but again, Takami believes that sometimes. That the leader that gets people killed, the leader that people die, and he makes the wrong decisions and someone can die. Darumi died, these characters die. You know what I mean? That's what he believes. So it's like, if you're the one who calls all the shots, you basically decide who lives or dies. You know, and Ato's almost fourth wall, like, you decide who lives or dies, right? You can decide who sacrifices something, who fights for something. They all follow you. So now you'd make the ultimate decision. You decide now who lives or dies. You can make that decision. But this time it's like one of those things where, like, it's a blind decision, right? And that's the whole point of it. It's playing on those facts of, like, hey, you're the leader. You decide, you know? You've already decided before, you decide. It's so dark. It's such a dark, a manipulative idea from Ato of what he's doing here. And then, like, you know, again, really getting into Takami's mind. When he showed up on the chair was one of the scariest things in the world. I never want to see that again. It's such a horrible way to, like, wake up. You know what I mean? And he can control when we wake up, when we go to sleep, when we wake up, when we go to sleep. Like, he controls so much of our brain. And this character that was our biggest foil is now so inside of our head. The character that we aim so much so to, like, make a distance from, the character that we like trapped in a cage just a little while ago, the character that just betrayed Takami as well, in Takami's mind that just betrayed him, is now the character that is living rent-free, literally inside of our head as well. And all we can see is Ato's. What a dark reality we have walked ourselves into with this as well. It's so dark, but it's so amazing as well, the way that they're doing this type of story. Glad to be back, guys. I loved seeing the characters at the start, at least. I really love hearing the music, seeing the world as well. It fits like a glove. You know what happened? I think in the first few minutes, I was, like, having a little bit of a brain freeze where I was like, okay, what's happening here? What's happening here? You know what I mean? And then I feel like once we killed Ato, I feel like that's just so weird to say. Once we killed this guy, it started to feel comfortable. I meant more like once we killed Ato, like, the glove started to fit where I was like, okay, this is what happened. Oh, and that's what happened. Oh, yeah, and this is what happened. And Ato mentioned more stuff. You're like, oh, yeah, the satellite. Yes, of course. Oh, yes, the lies. Oh, yes, this route. Oh, yes, we thought that Ato betrayed us. Oh, betrayed it. Yeah, all of it kind of, like, locked into place. There will be some stuff I forget as well, but it's nice to kind of, like, be back and kind of get a more of a feel for what was happening as well. And I think we have definitely gotten, like, more of a feel for it also as well. If you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever it is in your currency, and you get every single 100-line Last Defense Academy video early on YouTube members and Patreon for €1. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, which is going by right now, that is the Chunky Baby Gangsta tier, and that is €10, and you get that in every single video, also on YouTube members and Patreon as well, and you get your name going by on every single video. If you want to hear your name be shouted out as a verbal shout out, that is the I Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsta tier, and that is the highest tier at €15 on YouTube members and Patreon as well. I want to say thank you to my patrons first at the highest tier, that being Ty Pharaoh 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Anusta, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler21, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco, Lusanagi, and new member at the highest tier on YouTube, Shen. Thank you so much, Shen, for joining. It means the whole world. It really does. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.